Good morning, Flosstube. It's Jen from Felicity Stitches, and I have my morning voice on. It's early. What's the day today, everyone? Let me help you out. It's Sunday, April 19th, and it's early. It's about 20 to 8 in the morning, which isn't usually early for me to be awake, but it is somewhat early for me to be functioning and talking. And I'm sure many of you can identify with that. So I hope we're all doing really well. I am coming to you today with an update on some stitching and also with a little peek through some projects that I have kitted up and ready to go that I thought I might want to work on during Mania. I'm really going back and forth with this Mania thing. I don't know, you guys. I want to do it, but at the same time, I don't want to do it. I want to do it because it's something that will take me out of my comfort zone, and I think it's important to do that every once in a while. At the same time, I feel like we've all been so far out of our comfort zone, maybe for a while, that I don't know if it's a good idea. So we'll see. I do have some nice projects that I would really like to start, so I don't know. You guys can chime in. I know you will. But first, let's talk about my progress on some whips. And really, they're kind of like finishes, but not totally, because I have this problem where I buy things that have multiple things you have to do with them. So this first project is the little picture came off. It's a project called Out on a Limb. It's by Chessie and me, and I had started this needle book here. Really pretty design, and I went back to it because I was about halfway through with it, and I finished that little needle book. It's so cute. The only thing I haven't done yet is I'm supposed to put my initials here on this side, so I still need to do that. But it's really cute. And there's specialty stitches in this. The bird's nest is rice stitches, and I'm going to get up really close so that you can see those. They aren't perfect, but they were fun to do. And a rice stitch is basically like a big cross stitch with a bunch of little tiny cross stitches over the top of it. And I'm sure it kind of looks like a jumbled mess there, but it makes total sense. You know what I'll do? What I will do is I will show you in the pattern. She does a great job of showing exactly how to do it. So you can see that's a rice stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just do these little ones over it, like a little square, but it makes like 4 little, it's not hard. It's not hard. Most of these specialty stitches are not hard. You just have to have a really good diagram and some patience with yourself, because they don't always turn out perfect right away. But I'll tell you what, by the time I got to that last one, they were looking really, really good. So once again, this is Out on a Limb by Chessie and me. This is the needle book. So now I only have these this little pin cushion and this little scissor fob left to do. And those are really fast. And I love this one. Look at this little, can you see it? This little tiny nest. It's got little eggs in it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So cute. So I'm thinking what I might do is start one of those for Mania. It's my way of easing in. So I won't be doing everything, won't be like a brand new project, but it'll still be a new start. It'll be something different that I haven't done before. So that is one project for Mania that I'm thinking about doing. And then the next project I've been working on, you guys would be so proud of me, is part 2 of Little House Needleworks Farmhouse Christmas. This one's called Horsing Around. And I changed my threads to Belle Soie silks because I like those. And they're a little bit less bright and a little bit more rustic. But here's my, and everything's done except this little girl's face. I gotta find myself some peach thread. Look at how cute though. Look at this little saddle blanket. I love it. A little cardinal, white stitching, which I'm learning to, I'm learning to appreciate it, you guys. It's hard because I feel like it really shows off the flaws in your stitching, but I mean, I don't know how much better I can get my little white X's to look, to tell you the truth. So, yeah, it's very cute. They're very simple, easy patterns to read. Everything is close to each other, so it's not like it's difficult to, find the spacing or anything, but I don't know, it took me a long time to pick this one back up. I'm glad I did. So this is, I'm counting this as a finish because we're talking about 4 stitches left to put into it. And I don't know if I'm going to start another one of those for Mania or not, because I just don't know. I've had my fill of Christmas at this point. We've had 2 snows in the last 4 days. It's been kind of cold here in Cleveland, Ohio, and it'll snow, and I'm on the east side of Cleveland, so I get the lake effect snow, which is great for the kids, not complaining. It's very beautiful when it snows around here, but yeah, waking up to 4 inches of snow, and then it melts during the day, and then the next day it snowed again, another 4 inches, and then it melted during the day, which is fine, except I'd really like to plant my garden, right? And I can't do that right now because I'm afraid it'll kill everything, even my cold crops. Listening to me saying cold crops like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to talk about is, look at my eyes light up. I'm so excited. We're going to talk about some projects that I have kitted up, and I went through all my kitted projects. And these are all the ones that I'm ready to show you at this moment. So these are things that I have kitted up that I would very much like to start. And I'm thinking that Mania might be the time that I start them. So we're going to start with the big one first. And this is the Biedermeyer sampler. This is an 1840 Biedermeyer sampler. And I need to do a little bit more research about Biedermeyer samplers, but isn't that beautiful? That's the original. And then this is sort of give you an idea of like what it kind of looks like. And at first glance you think, I mean, it's certainly pretty, but I don't know, the colors are kind of bleh, but they're not. So this is what sold me. I was at the attic when I went to Stitch Nanigans last year, and I pulled all the threads for this. I think I saw Olivia had pulled the threads for this, and I was like, oh, well, I think we're gonna stitch that together. And if I'm honest, I don't know if she's started it yet, but Olivia, oh, if you haven't started this yet, do you want to start it? Let's do it. So I picked out a piece of 40 count Lakeside Tundra. And it's a little reminiscent of cedar plank, if I'm being totally honest. It's not the best. It's like a blue-gray. I don't know, my light's kind of warm. But here is where we sort of go off the rails. Look at those colors. I just love it. So it is 291 stitches wide by 172 inches high. So it will be approximately 14 by 9. And, oh no, I'm sorry, 15. It'll be approximately 15 by 9. So, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's one I am looking into, thinking about starting. And all of those items I got from the attic in Mesa, Arizona. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Okay. Next project. Oh, this is one I've had for a long time and have been thinking about starting for a long time. So I'm going to pull out my working copy here to show you. This is an Ori TM project, and I think it's so pretty, but I changed all the threads, as you can see. And I did that through the help of my local needlework store, the Crafty Ewe. So this is called Spring, and it's by Ori TM. And I think it's really pretty. So I've had this one for probably almost 5 years. So I'm going to stitch it on a piece of Vintage Flagstone is the name of the fabric. And it's kind of a softly mottled gray. And then, let me lay all these out. It'll be very bright because I'm using all DMC. Can you see that? Yeah. Really pretty colors. So that's one that I think I'm definitely going to start for Mania, because I've been wanting to start it for a long time and I just haven't. And it's a pretty little sampler. It is 198 stitches by 196 stitches, so almost a perfect square. And 40 count I guess is kind of my sweet spot right now, 36 to 40, depending on how tight the weave is. Okay, here's another one I really want to start. I actually have two in here, and I bought this when I was watching McKenna Stitching and Sequins really early on in her channel. She had stitched this piece. It's called Halloween Delivery. And I love it. And I love it so much that I bought one of the other companion pieces, and these are all by Plum Street Samplers. This is Harvest Delivery. So I went on a stash dive. So I have, you can see like I've had this kitted up for forever. I put it in bags. I'm not really a bag person, so we'll be changing that shortly, but I have all of the threads I need, and then all my fancy floss, and then I have, I just went stash diving and I found a piece of 40 count Newcastle Country Mocha that I had purchased from the attic, and I'm going to use that. I think it'll look nice with the Halloween Delivery. I haven't picked out fabric for Harvest Delivery, but Halloween Delivery I have fabric for, so I thought I would definitely like to start that. So that's three new starts already, and those aren't tiny little projects. I don't know, you guys. Let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, I have this is all kitted up, but I have this book, this Deck the Halls, and it's all strawberries, and it's basically like the cutest strawberries you've ever seen in your whole life. But I love that in a little round frame. That one's called It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. This one is called Christmas Visitor. So pretty. So I'm going to, I have fabric, which looks a lot like my favorite Confederate gray, 40 count Confederate gray. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then I have all the threads. I don't know. Nicole, do you pre-pretty your threads before you film your videos? Because mine get all smushed and then they don't look as straight and beautiful as I would want them to look. Like, I almost want to iron them. The colors for this is gorgeous. So I thought I might start one of those for Mania. I've made one, but I did it on 57 count fabric, which was probably my first and only attempt to stitch on that. It came out super pretty, but it was really tiny and it was very difficult to make into a strawberry. So if you're going to stitch on 57 count, I highly recommend that you don't try to make it into something, because that's where you're gonna go wrong. Okay, next thing I have, this was a freebie that I picked up on the freebie table at Stitch Nanigans, I think. And this is Dinky Darling Flower Basket. And it's already kitted up. It's got a little charm, it's got fabric, it's got threads. It's cute, and I thought, maybe I'll start that as a little fun project. Maybe I won't though. Maybe I'll save that for my daughter, because that looks like something fun she might want to stitch. I'm always thinking about ways that I can entice her to stitch, or my son, whichever, honestly. Okay, so here's another one I'm definitely gonna stitch. And this is called, it's by Whimsical Edge Designs, and it's called Love Lives Here. And you basically just put your last name and like whenever you moved into your house. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put our last name in whenever I move into the house. Then it comes with this super cute little wooden house to attach. House button, it says. So I thought that'd be a quick and easy. You got to have at least one quick and easy, right? I think that's fair. Sorry, you guys. Morning frogs. The next one I have that I've really been wanting to start is Lottie Da's Awake My Soul. I have a thing for overgrown flowers in vases. So I have it all kitted up. I have a 40 count Meadow Rue. Super pretty. And then I have all of my threads. And there's not a lot of them, but they're really pretty together. Is this Teal Frost? No, Cadet. Cadet is one of my favorites. So is Teal Frost, but really pretty. On that Meadow Rue. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's my another start. So what are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brand new starts. Oh, I'll just set this on here. I'm making too many noises. And then, oh, I'm really excited about this one. I have to get thread and fabric. I have a lot of the thread, but I have to get some more. And I have to get some fabric for it. But this is Bendy Stitchy's recent market release called You're Okay. And I definitely have to start this. So cute. It's got that fractor feeling to it, and I love the fractor designs. She really did a good job. You really did a good job on this one, Michelle. I really like it. So yeah, all I think I need, I'm gonna go through and figure out, it's 91 by 90. So perfect square. And I'll probably stitch it on a cute little 36 or something. And it's gonna be gorge. And then, last but not least, there might be more that come in here. We'll see. But I have the Berry Bowl sampler. And this is a collaboration between Heartstring Samplery and the Scarlet House. And the way the model was stitched is on 2 separate pieces of fabric, 2 different colors. And I intended to do it that way. I mean, I have it kitted up. I have the 2 different pieces of fabric so that I can stitch both. This is Wren and this is Heartland. They're showing up fairly true to color. And then I have all the threads. I just haven't put them on a thread keeper yet. But I was listening to Carol, Saltbox Stitcher, and she was talking about how those, when you do that, when you stitch on two separate pieces of fabric, you can make it kind of difficult on yourself. So I hadn't really thought about that. This is the wonderful thing about Flosstube, is that you can learn from other people. Before you even begin what you're doing, you can learn from other people. So at first I thought, I'm gonna scrap it and I'll just do it on one piece of fabric. But I really think it would be pretty to do it on both. So one of the things that Carol suggested was to stitch the two pieces of fabric together first before you do anything else. And I think that's a really good idea. So I'm gonna try that first. I'm gonna try stitching the two pieces of fabric together first, and then stitching the piece. So we'll see how that goes. I know that part of it is there's an issue with like stretching it for framing and stuff like that, but I'm wondering if I stitch it together, because you pretty much have to stitch it together by hand to get all the holes to line up, but then I might be able to run a couple of good with my sewing machine, run a couple of good lines down there, and that might be all I need to make it strong and reinforced. But I have something really exciting to announce. So my L&S, the Crafty Ewe, has graciously donated another pattern, a berry bowl sampler pattern. So if you are interested in stitching this pattern and you would like to start, there's going to be a sale on May 1st. So if you're interested in stitching this pattern, I want you to, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to have your parents' permission if you're not 18. And what I want you to do is leave a comment in the comment section below and use the word berry bowl in a sentence. And I will pick a random, I'll use a random number generator, and I'll pick someone to receive this pattern. And let's see, it's the 19th today. How about I'll pick somebody by next weekend. I'll do another video next weekend, and I'll pick someone, and that way it'll give me time enough to mail it out to them so that they will have it if they want to start it on the 1st of May with the rest of the Berry Bowl Sal crew. Doesn't that sound great? Aren't you excited? I've never done a giveaway before. I'm a little nervous. So that's it. Pretty cute, huh? Aren't you excited? So if you haven't picked this one up yet, or you're just dying to stitch it right now and you don't have it, put in the comments, use berry bowl in a sentence, and we will get that out to you. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that's really exciting is my L&S, the Crafty Ewe, has very graciously decided to offer a discount to all of my viewers. And I think that's amazing. So the discount will run from whenever you see this video until the end of April. And it's a 15% discount on anything that you would order through the shop online. You can call or you can send an email, and I'll put all the information down below so that you can order stuff if you want to. The code is IHEARTFS. 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 And you would either speak that code, write it into your email, or put it into the coupon code on the website, and that will give you 15% off at the shop. So I highly suggest that you take advantage of that, because it's not often that you get like your very own sale. So I'm super, super excited that Janine from the Crafty Ewe wanted to partner with me and offer such a generous percentage off and such a generous sale to the people who watch my videos. So it's all for you guys. Happy April. I think I might film some more and put it in a different video. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll do like a hairstyle change or something so it feels different for you. But I hope you all have a great Sunday. And if you stayed this long with me through this video, then I really appreciate you, and you were fortunate enough to find out about the giveaway and about the wonderful sale through the Crafty Ewe in Broadview Heights, Ohio. And that's it. That's all I've got for you. Stay safe, everybody. From now on, I hope whatever you stitch with your hands shows your heart. I love you guys. Bye.